The champagne cork popped like a gunshot in the dimly lit Brooklyn apartment, echoing off the exposed brick walls. Alex Thompson, laughing hysterically after too many toasts at his own engagement party, turned to his best friend Jake Ramirez and blurted out, "Hell, if this falls through, you should just marry me instead." Jake's face froze, the room spinning silent for a heartbeat, before he replied with deadpan seriousness, "I thought you'd never ask." Alex stared at Jake, the laughter dying in his throat. The party guests erupted into cheers, assuming it was another one of their infamous inside jokes, but Alex felt a chill run down his spine. Jake, his roommate and confidant since college, had always been the steady one, the guy who balanced Alex's chaos with quiet reliability. But this wasn't a joke. Alex could see it in Jake's eyes, those deep brown pools that suddenly held a vulnerability he'd never noticed before. The night blurred into a haze of awkward congratulations and forced smiles. Alex's fiancée, Emily, pulled him aside later, giggling about how adorable the moment was. "You two are like brothers," she said, squeezing his hand. But Alex couldn't shake the unease. Brothers? Maybe once, but now doubts crept in like shadows at dusk. He replayed their history, late-night talks about dreams and failures, shared vacations where they'd crash on the same couch, the way Jake always knew when Alex needed space or a push. Was it more? Had he been blind? By morning, the apartment felt smaller. Jake was in the kitchen, brewing coffee as usual, but the air was thick with unspoken words. Alex hesitated at the doorway, his engagement ring glinting under the fluorescent light. "About last night," he started, voice rough from the hangover. Jake turned, mug in hand, his expression neutral but his knuckles white. "Forget it, man. It was the booze talking." But Alex pressed, "You didn't sound like you were joking." Jake set the mug down harder than necessary. "What if I wasn't? What then?" The question hung there, a grenade with the pin pulled. Alex's mind raced. He loved Emily, or at least he thought he did. She was perfect on paper. Smart, ambitious, from a good family in the suburbs. Their engagement had been a whirlwind, prompted by her ultimatum after 3 years of dating. But Jake was the constant, the one who saw through Alex's facades. Growing up in a conservative Texas household, Alex had learned early to bury any unacceptable thoughts. His parents, devout churchgoers, had drilled into him the importance of tradition, family, and fitting in. Coming out wasn't an option. It was a betrayal. Jake, on the other hand, had come from a more progressive Latino family in California, but even they had their limits. He'd confided in Alex years ago about his bisexuality, testing the waters, and Alex had shrugged it off with a supportive pat on the back. "Cool, man. Doesn't change a thing." But now it did. Now it changed everything. Alex paced the living room, heart pounding. If he pursued this, what would it cost? His engagement, his family, his job at the marketing firm where whispers about diversity were just lip service? That afternoon, Alex called off work and wandered Central Park, the autumn leaves crunching underfoot. He watched couples holding hands, families picnicking, and felt a pang of envy. Why couldn't life be simple? His phone buzzed, Emily, excited about wedding venues. He ignored it. Instead, he texted Jake, "We need to talk. For real." The reply came swift, "I'm here when you're ready." Back home, they sat on the balcony overlooking the noisy street. Jake spoke first, his voice steady but laced with fear. "I felt this way for years, Alex. But I never said anything because you were straight, or at least that's what you projected. Last night, when you said that, it just slipped out." Alex rubbed his temples. "I'm engaged, Jake. This isn't some rom-com where we ride off into the sunset." Jake nodded, eyes downcast. "I know, but pretending it's not there won't make it go away." The conversation stretched into the night, revelations pouring out like rain. Alex admitted to fleeting attractions in college, dismissed as phases. Jake shared stories of hidden crushes, the isolation of loving in silence. By dawn, Alex felt raw, exposed. He hadn't said yes to Jake, but he hadn't said no either. The decision loomed, a fork in the road with no map. Days blurred into a tense routine. Alex avoided Emily's calls, claiming work stress. At home, he and Jake tiptoed around each other, stolen glances charged with electricity. One evening, Emily showed up unannounced, her eyes narrowing at the awkward silence. "What's going on?" she demanded. Alex faltered, but Jake excused himself, leaving them alone. In the bedroom, Emily pressed, "Is there someone else?" Alex's denial tasted like ash. She left in tears, and Alex collapsed on the couch, guilt gnawing at him. His mother called the next day, her voice cheerful over the phone. "How's the wedding planning? Your father and I can't wait." Alex mumbled excuses, the weight of expectation crushing him. He imagined their faces if he told the truth. Disappointment, rejection. Was love worth that price? The office buzzed with the usual Monday frenzy, but Alex couldn't focus. Spreadsheets blurred as memories of the weekend replayed. Emily's hurt expression, Jake's hopeful eyes. He stared at his computer, the engagement photo on his desk mocking him. By lunch, he escaped to a nearby cafe, ordering coffee he didn't want. His phone vibrated. "Jake, we good?" Alex typed and deleted responses, settling on, "Yeah, just thinking." Thinking was an understatement. Alex's mind was a battlefield, clashing thoughts of duty versus desire. He'd built his life on stability. Good job, nice apartment, impending marriage. But Jake's confession had cracked the foundation. What if he'd been living a lie? The idea terrified him. In America, progress was touted, gay marriage legal, pride parades everywhere. But in his world, it was still taboo. His boss, a staunch conservative, made offhand jokes about those people. Coming out could mean sideline promotions, whispers in the break room. That evening, Alex met Emily at their favorite Italian spot in Manhattan. She looked composed, but her eyes were red-rimmed. "Talk to me, Alex. You've been distant." He toyed with his fork, heart racing. "It's not you. Me." Cliché but true. He confessed doubts about the wedding, omitting Jake. Emily's face crumpled. "Is this cold feet or something more?" Alex hesitated, and that pause said everything. She stood, voice trembling. "Figure it out, but don't string me along." She left, the door slamming like a finality. Back home, Jake was waiting, concern etched on his face. "How'd it go?" Alex sank into the chair, head in hands. "I think I just blew up my life." Jake knelt beside him, hand on his shoulder, a touch that sent sparks. "You don't have to do anything you're not ready for." But Alex pulled away, anger flaring. "Easy for you to say. You've known who you are. I've got family, friends, everything to lose." The argument escalated, voices rising. Jake accused Alex of cowardice. Alex shot back about timing. "Why now? After all these years?" Jake's eyes flashed. "Because I couldn't hold it in anymore. Watching you with Emily killed me." The admission hung heavy, silencing them. Alex stormed out, wandering the streets until midnight. He ended up at a bar, nursing a beer, watching strangers flirt without consequence. Envy burned in his chest. The next day, Alex called in sick and drove to his parents' house in New Jersey. The suburbs felt suffocating, manicured lawns hiding secrets. His mom hugged him tightly, sensing something off. Over dinner, his dad grilled him about work, the wedding. "Emily's a keeper," he said, clapping Alex on the back. Alex nodded mechanically, but inside, turmoil raged. That night, in his childhood room, he scrolled through old photos. Him and Jake at graduation, arms around each other, smiles genuine. A text from Jake, "Miss you already." Alex's thumb hovered over reply, but he locked the screen. Morning brought clarity or confusion. His mom cornered him in the kitchen. "What's wrong, honey? You look like you haven't slept." Alex deflected, but she persisted. "Is it the wedding? Cold feet are normal." He almost laughed. Normal? Nothing about this was normal. Driving back to the city, he stopped at a park, watching a same-sex couple walk hand in hand. No one stared. Life went on. Could that be him? Arriving home, Jake was packing a bag. "I'm giving you space. Staying with a friend." Panic seized Alex. "Don't go." Jake paused, hope flickering. "Why?" Alex stepped closer, heart pounding. "Because I think I feel the same." The kiss was tentative, then urgent, a dam breaking. But as they pulled apart, reality crashed in. "What about Emily? Your family?" Jake asked. Alex had no answers, only questions. The following weeks were a whirlwind of secrecy. Stolen moments in the apartment, whispered confessions. But guilt shadowed every touch. Alex broke it off with Emily officially, her tears haunting him. "Who is she?" she asked. He couldn't say he. The lie festered. At work, rumors swirled about the broken engagement. Colleagues offered sympathy, but Alex felt isolated. Then came the first crack. Alex's sister, Mia, visited unexpectedly. She noticed the tension, the way Jake and Alex avoided eye contact. "You two fighting?" she probed. Alex brushed it off, but Mia wasn't fooled. Later, alone with Alex, she said, "If there's something you need to tell me, I'm here." Her words cracked his resolve. He confessed, tears streaming. Mia hugged him fiercely. "I love you no matter what. But Mom and Dad, it'll be hard." The support buoyed him, but the fear remained. Jake, meanwhile, faced his own demons. His family was accepting in theory, but coming out fully meant confronting cultural expectations. "My abuelita still prays for grandkids," he joked, but the pain was real. One night, over dinner, they discussed the future. "What if we make this official?" Jake asked. Alex froze. Marriage? The word that started it all now felt monumental. "I'm not ready," he admitted. Jake nodded, but hurt flashed in his eyes. The seed of doubt planted. The holidays approached like a storm cloud, amplifying the pressure. Alex and Jake agreed to keep things low-key, but family obligations loomed. Alex's parents insisted on Thanksgiving together, oblivious to the turmoil. "Bring Jake if you want," his mom said casually. Alex's stomach knotted. Bring his secret boyfriend to family dinner? The irony stung. At the table, surrounded by relatives, Alex felt like an imposter. His dad carved the turkey, pontificating about traditional values. "Marriage is sacred, between a man and a woman," he said, eyes on Alex. "Glad you're settling down." "Wait, what happened with Emily?" Alex mumbled about incompatibility, changing the subject. Jake, seated beside him, squeezed his knee under the table, a silent anchor. But the gesture felt risky, paranoia creeping in. Later, in the guest room, they whispered furiously. "Your dad's words. Does he suspect?" Jake asked. Alex shook his head. "No, but it hurts." Jake pulled him close. "We can't hide forever." The words echoed Alex's fears. Hiding was exhausting, but revealing could destroy. Back in the city, work added fuel to the fire. Alex's boss assigned him a high-profile project, hinting at a promotion. "Family man image helps," he said with a wink. Alex forced a smile, but inside, resentment built. Was success tied to conformity? Jake, a graphic designer, faced similar subtle biases at his firm. "They love my work, but if they knew..." He trailed off. A turning point came at a New Year's Eve party. Friends from college gathered, toasting old times. Alcohol loosened tongues, and someone joked about Alex's bromance with Jake. Laughter ensued, but Alex snapped, "It's more than that." Silence fell. Jake's eyes widened in surprise. The confession hung, irreversible. Friends reacted variably. Some supportive, others awkward. One, a close buddy, pulled Alex aside. "Dude, really? That's unexpected." The judgment stung. The new year brought resolutions and reckonings. Alex decided to tell his parents. He drove to New Jersey alone, heart in throat. Over coffee, he blurted, "I'm gay, and I'm with Jake." His mom's face paled. His dad stood abruptly. "What? No, this is a phase. Emily was perfect." The argument exploded. Accusations of influence. "Please to think of the family." His dad stormed out. His mom cried. We love you, but it's wrong. Alex left shattered, the door slamming behind him. Jake waited at home, arms open. How bad? Alex recounted, tears flowing. They might never accept it. Jake held him. Give them time. But we have each other. Comforting words, but doubt lingered. Was each other enough? Social ripples spread. Friends distanced themselves subtly. No more invites to couples' nights. At work, whispers grew. Alex's project hit snags. Coincidences mounting. Paranoia or reality? He confronted his boss, who denied bias but suggested focus on personal stability. The implication clear: conform or suffer. Jake's family visit went smoother, but not without tension. His parents hugged Alex warmly, but his grandmother muttered prayers in Spanish. Family is family, his mom said, but the undercurrent of disappointment was palpable. Amid the chaos, their relationship deepened. Late nights debating ethics. Was hiding betrayal? Was coming out selfish? Alex grappled with morality. Had he led Emily on? The guilt manifested in nightmares, waking him sweating. A betrayal loomed unexpectedly. Mia, in a misguided attempt to help, told their parents more details, hoping to bridge the gap. Instead, it backfired. His dad called, furious. You're throwing your life away for him. Alex hung up, rage boiling. He lashed out at Mia, words cutting deep. You had no right. The sibling bond strained. Jake, sensing Alex's unraveling, suggested therapy. We need tools to handle this. Alex resisted at first. Therapy was for weak people per his upbringing, but agreed. Sessions unearthed buried traumas. Childhood bullying, suppressed identity. Progress was slow, painful, but high came with lows. One evening, after a fight about commitment, Jake stormed out. Alex panicked, calling repeatedly. Jake returned hours later, reeking of bar smoke. I almost hooked up with someone, he confessed. The words gutted Alex. Betrayal's sting was visceral. Why? Jake sighed. Because I'm scared you're not all in. They reconciled, but trust cracked. The city felt oppressive, symbols of freedom mocking their struggles. Pride flags waved, but Alex felt unworthy. His journey fraught with missteps. Spring brought tentative renewal, but conflicts intensified. Alex's promotion slipped away, given to a straight colleague with a picture-perfect family. Better fit, his boss said vaguely. Discrimination. Alex considered suing but backed down. Too much exposure. Instead, he job-hunted discreetly, resumes highlighting achievements over personal life. Jake's work flourished, but envy crept in. Why does it come easy for you? Alex snapped one night. Jake recoiled. Easy? I fought for every inch. The argument unearthed resentments. Alex's privilege as a white man versus Jake's as a Latino bisexual. Intersections of identity clashed, highlighting societal divides. A family wedding amplified the rift. Alex's cousin's nuptials in Texas. His parents expected him solo. Don't bring drama, his dad warned. Alex went alone, Jake staying behind hurt. At the reception, relatives probed. Where's Emily? Lies piled up. His uncle, drunk, ranted about gay agenda ruining America. Alex bit his tongue, but inside, fury raged. He left early, driving through the night, arriving home exhausted. Jake greeted him with understanding, but tension simmered. You should have stood up, Alex exploded. And lose my family entirely? The fight escalated to ultimatums. Choose, them or us. Jake's words echoed. Alex chose silence, sleeping on the couch. Reconciliation came via compromise. They attended a support group for LGBTQ+ couples, stories mirroring theirs. Hearing others' triumphs and failures inspired. Alex reached out to his parents, a letter detailing his journey. No immediate response, but seeds planted. Socially, alliances shifted. Old friends faded. New ones emerged from the queer community. A double date with another couple normalized things, laughter genuine. But backlash hit. Anonymous hate mail at work, slurs scrawled on their door. Fear gripped them. Was it random or targeted? The police dismissed it as vandalism, but paranoia grew. Jake suggested moving, but Alex resisted. We can't run. Strength in defiance, but at what cost? Sleepless nights, constant vigilance. A moral dilemma arose when Alex's firm landed a client with anti-LGBTQ plus ties. Participate or quit. He chose integrity, resigning dramatically. Jobless, bills piled up. Jake supported them, but strain showed. I didn't sign up for this, Jake admitted one broke evening. Alex felt the weight of his choices. Desperation led to outreach. Alex's mom called unexpectedly. I miss you. Tentative steps toward reconciliation. She visited alone, meeting Jake formally. Awkward but civil. He's nice, she conceded. Hope flickered, but betrayal struck again. Jake's ex, a woman from college, reappeared, offering a job lead. Innocent meetings turned flirty, Jake confiding doubts. Alex discovered texts, confrontation explosive. Are you bi or just confused? Alex accused, regretting instantly. Jake's pain raw. I'm committed to you, but you push me away. They separated briefly, Alex crashing with Mia. Reflection hit hard. Alone, Alex confronted his flaws. Fear-driven decisions, projecting insecurities. He apologized profusely, vowing change. Jake forgave, but scars remained. Summer brought a pivotal event. Pride Parade. They attended together, hands linked publicly. Empowerment surged, but spotting disapproving stares reminded of reality. A protest turned chaotic, police intervening. In the melee, Alex lost Jake momentarily, panic visceral. Reunited, they vowed resilience. Fall ushered in stability, but trials persisted. Alex landed a job at a progressive agency, thriving openly. Colleagues celebrated his authenticity, boosting confidence. Jake's career soared too, a joint project symbolizing partnership. Family dynamics evolved slowly. Alex's dad sent a terse email. Thinking about what you said. Progress? His mom visited more, baking for Jake, a small gesture, big meaning. But holidays loomed again, invitations conditional. Come alone. Alex declined, choosing Jake. The decision liberated, but loneliness stung. Societal pressures mounted via media. Debates on gay rights, backlash from conservative groups. A local bill threatened protections. They volunteered, advocating. Exhausting but purposeful. Encounters with bigotry, a denied service at a store tested resolve. Is this worth it? Alex wondered. Internal conflicts peaked when Jake proposed for real. On a rooftop overlooking the skyline, ring in hand. Marry me, Alex. Joy mingled with terror. Yes, Alex said, but doubts whispered. Planning exposed fractures. Who to invite? Family rifts deepened. His parents refused attendance, calling it a mockery. The wedding approached amid chaos. Best man duties fell to Mia, supportive but strained. Rehearsal dinner tense, absent parents glaring. Jake's family filled the void, warm but incomplete. A crisis hit days before. Alex's dad suffered a heart attack. Rushing to the hospital, Alex faced his family. This stress caused it, his mom accused. Guilt crushed him. In the waiting room, Jake arrived, hand on shoulder. His dad's eyes opened to the sight, expression unreadable. Son, he whispered later. I don't understand, but I don't want to lose you. Tears flowed. A breakthrough? Recovery brought uneasy truce. His dad attended the wedding, silent but present. Vows exchanged, rings slipped on. A triumph over adversity. Honeymoon in Hawaii offered respite, beaches soothing wounds. But reality returned. Merged lives, shared finances, navigating biases. A neighbor's complaint about those gays led to confrontation, resolved but draining. Years passed in montage. Adopting a dog, buying a house, building a life. Challenges persisted. Job discriminations, family tensions, but love endured. Alex reflected on the journey. Shocks, betrayals, awakenings. Time wove its tapestry, turning raw edges smooth. Alex and Jake's marriage, once a joke turned revelation, became a testament to resilience. But scars reminded of costs. Fractured friendships, career detours, emotional tolls. Alex's relationship with his parents mended unevenly. Holidays included Jake, conversations tiptoed around topics. His dad's health scare prompted reflection, leading to tentative acceptance. "I may not agree, but you're my son," he said one Christmas. Progress, hard won. Jake's family embraced fully, Abuelita spoiling them with tamales. Cultural blends enriched, but Jake grappled with bisexuality's erasure. "People assume I'm gay now," he confided. Alex listened, supporting growth from past insensitivities. Professionally, they flourished. Alex led diversity initiatives at work, turning pain into purpose. Jake's designs advocated social justice, collaborations amplifying voices. But society evolved fitfully. Backlashes, laws rolled back, hate crimes rising, tested metal. They marched, donated, mentored youth facing similar struggles. One mentee, a teen disowned, moved in temporarily, echoing their past. Personal awakenings deepened. Alex volunteered at therapy groups, sharing his story. "Coming out isn't one moment. It's ongoing," he said. Jake explored identity through art, exhibitions raw and revealing. A betrayal resurfaced. Emily, now married, reached out. "I forgive you," she said over coffee. Closure healed old wounds. Alex apologized sincerely, acknowledging his deception's hurt. Highs balanced lows. Anniversaries celebrated, travels shared. A trip to Texas revisited roots. Alex showing Jake his childhood haunts. Nostalgia mixed with liberation. Yet, doubts lingered in quiet moments. Had choices been right? Alex pondered alternate paths. Staying with Emily, suppressing truth. Happiness now outweighed hypotheticals, but what if? Their story inspired others. Friends sought advice. Strangers messaged after a podcast interview. Impact rippled, validating sacrifices. As years turned to decades, they aged gracefully, love enduring. Watching sunsets from their porch, hands intertwined, Alex whispered, "Worth every battle." Jake smiled, "And more." But was the price of authenticity always justified? Or do some secrets protect more than they harm?